if you want to do it, by all means, we'll figure something out. Listen, there's plenty of room for everybody to make money in this business.
I'm not denying that, but I don't know, man. All I know is, you win an award through our show as Promoter of the Year. We get all the other guys that are all angry and jealous, but you go to them first for a partnership, and they all talk shit about you, and
you still do too.
Oh no, I absolutely do.
Of course you do.
I don't.
Hey, I'm not the ringleader in this.
Oh, don't give me that, JT.
I did see those.
Greater than RDP. I'll remember that.
That's not talking shit. That's telling you straight to your face how it is, bro.
Well, even if you wish, he's 1/10 of what I am. Okay.
I gotta say this, and it was mentioned in the blog. And it was no offense to, and I spoke to Eric about it. I didn't bash him. I understand that certain wrestling federations can only afford certain talents and certain prices, so they bring in the same guys over and over again. But I did mention on one of his posts, he asked, would anybody like to see this person or this person? And I put down on the bottom that some of these names are rather stale. I think it's time to start bringing in people that haven't been around in a while or at all. And he clicked
the problem is, you know what the problem is? Everybody's hoarding themselves out to all these different promoters, and there's nothing left. There's nobody left. So when a fresh face gets cut, all you see is the fresh face getting slammed down everybody's throat up and down the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, and you also got all these, these fake wrestling promoters, these fly-by-night. They're all of a sudden they're a wrestling promoter, and then 3 weekends later they're out of business because they took on too much more than they can chew.
I know a bunch of people. I'm not gonna name names and people, but from what I've heard, and I had the privilege of talking to one of my clients this past weekend, and there was a discrepancy at the show where they tried to retract on their deal, with this person, and my name got thrown in there for whatever reason. Why, I don't know. I never mentioned anything to them that I can get this person for a certain price.
Right.
And he was like, dude, these guys are trying to tarnish our friendship, our work relationship. I said, I told this person, I said, dude, nothing is going to come between, our friendship and our work relationship, because we're on a totally different level than they are. The deal, whatever deal you made with them is your deal. Now go and get paid. And that's exactly what happened.
Sounds good. But, Rich, we're going to let you go because we're approaching 10 minutes left in the show. We still want to hit one more topic and then sign off and enjoy the pay-per-view. So
yes, I got company coming over, and I'll make sure to let Aunt Mel know that you all wished her a happy birthday on the shout-out.
Oh, I absolutely love her, but it ain't Aunt Mel, it's Billy, bro. There's no Aunt Mel.
Billy the Kid, all right. I'll tell Billy the Kid for you guys so you can listen.
Yes.
And show us some love. She'll love that.
Tell her to Snapchat me later like she always does.
Of course she will.
Just Billy, though. Just Billy. Yeah, nobody
Billy.
else.
No, none of the rest of the fan club.
No tag-alongs.
Nah, no tag-along. I got to get ready for them, too, because they're all coming over to watch me.
Sorry to hear that. Hide the potato chips.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't hide them if they bring them.
Rich, talk to you later.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Take care. It was Richie DeGregorio of RDP Promotions. I'd like to thank him. Check him out on Facebook. Check him out on his Weebly account as well. And he brings in some really cool talent. And one of the few guys that I respect. He must, we like to abuse him and he's a pain in the butt sometimes, but We respect him.
He's funny.
He's a funny guy. Quick topic I wanted to get into is Sabu, former ECW superstar, legend, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if anybody signs this guy, if anybody brings this guy in, you're going to get what you deserve. Okay, everybody knows what goes on with this guy. He's a clown. He's all hopped up on God knows what. He actually would rather you buy him drugs than pay him, or save money at a hotel and give him whatever you would have spent half of and give him drugs. He's disgusting. Everybody knows the story of him in the hotel, leaving human feces and blood, animal dog shit all over the room. Pat Buck getting charged a ton of money on his credit card because of incidentals, which obviously these are not incidentals. They're not even fucking accidentals. But absolutely disgusting. I mean, there was another incident where he put on his page that he took a shit in Kevin Matthews' gear bag. Obviously not true. Kevin Matthews was standing there talking to him at Legends of the Ring, and he had no idea who it was. He had no idea who he was talking to. Sabu had no clue. Introduced, he goes, "Oh, don't I know you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm Kevin Matthews." It's like, what? That was your time right there to be a man, and and you were talking shit on the internet about Kevin and about Pat and about the company. That was your time right there to say something. And instead, he walked away with Melissa Coates and Tote. Okay, I've had a good relationship with Melissa Coates for 2 years now. She walked right past me like she didn't even know who I was. The two of them were so doped up on something. Okay, his eyes were almost in the back of his head. And it's just ridiculous because I don't know. I guess, with Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten just passing away, that, like, when are these guys going to wake up?
They'll never learn.
Okay? When are you going to wake up? And then you no-show somebody's, you're getting paid. You're getting paid a good amount of money. And then you turn around and you tell the promotion you're not showing up because it costs you more money to travel there. You're getting paid $600. It doesn't cost you $600 to drive somewhere. I'm sorry. Okay? You were given a hotel. You were given a amount of money to show up, to do a meet and greet for 2 hours, and then to have a match, an intermission or whatever, which obviously, you get a match, you get paid. That's a separate thing. But and then he lies. Okay, but here's the quick post on this. Okay, this I don't even know. The guy's name is Joe Rogers. I don't know if he's the promoter or the company owner. I have no idea. He says, "I was going to make an official statement on Sabu's incident at Big Run Wrestling tonight, and there would be the very last time I speak on this matter. We had a meet and greet set up for the fans to meet Shane Douglas, Virgil, and Sabu starting at 6 o'clock. Douglas and Virgil were there on time and very professional to work with. Of course, Virgil got to get the fuck money. So, meet and greet went on as planned. My vendors were sitting at the tables where Sabu was supposed to be there with him. We lost out on at least $500 in potential sales, easy, if not more. So when he finally decided to arrive in the building at 10 minutes before intermission, so that means he missed the entire meet and greet, probably at least 4 matches, if not more. His vendor that was bringing him in for the show and I confronted Sabu why he was so late when the agreement was to meet and greet and be part of the main event. He told us that he had a flat tire, had to change it to a donut. I actually looked at his tires to see if it was true. He had no donut on his car, and he drove to the building. We explained to him that people were pissed off. My vendors that are paying him to come lost out on a lot of money and due to him being late. They only are going to pay him at a discounted rate since he did not live up to his agreement. He walked into the locker room and decided 10 minutes later that he was not mature enough to accept responsibility for his action, costing vendors money, but it was okay taking their money. I, for one, will not stand for that. My vendors are my business partners. I never do business in that regard. I support their decisions on this matter. He was bugging me for drugs, and I do not do any drugs, and I'd rather not deal with anyone that does. or lives that kind of lifestyle. I know he blasted me on social media and my company, but you can see the screenshots. What I said was the truth. Look at the time when he showed up and what the time he was supposed to be there, over 2 hours late. While my vendors are supposed to eat the money just so Sabu can be happy with drugs. I'll never allow this to happen. I stripped Sabu title as soon as he walked out like a coward and declared it to be a singles match between Buzz and Black Jesus in the main event to crown the new BCW heavyweight champion. Sabu burnt a bridge with me tonight, and I will never work with that druggy piece of shit in my life. And here it is. His real name obviously is Terry Brunk. They asked him, hey bro, you're going to be here by 6 on the meet and greet. Sorry man, I don't work for $600 when it cost me $700 to get there. I'd rather just go home. You can't see the top of this, but he said, if you can get me half an ounce of smoke instead of money for a hotel, if not just $85 for room. I had to rent car, but that's not in you, just gas, like $300 for gas and tolls. I won't be there till 7. What a piece of shit. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't do business like that, huh?
No. That's a piece of shit. And this goes out for like ESS, Eric Sims. I know you deal with this guy. If you continue to deal with this guy, then you promote and harbor everything that's bad about this business that this guy stands for. I would cut all ties with this guy. I remember we reached out to him a while ago for an interview. He wanted me to pay him $300 for an interview. I said, bro, you want me to pay $300 for an interview? He goes, yeah, I get paid for interviews. I said, nobody gets paid for interviews.
Nobody.
And that was the way I left it off. You get paid for an interview. You don't got that much to say, and what you got to say is not that important that I got to pay you $300 for that information. So, whatever the case may be, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got to say about that. So, if you decide as a wrestling fed owner or a wrestling promoter or booking agent to bring in Sabu, you deserve every headache that you are going to get with him. So, choose wisely. As far as we're concerned, we should be back next week as scheduled. We've been taking weeks off in between. It's just been very hectic with the conventions and the shows, the bookings, and this past weekend, our alumni all-star game. Congratulations goes out to Jesse Young of Damage Athletics for winning the MVP of the winning squad of the East. They won 21-2. She was 3 for 4, single, double, triple, 3 RBIs, pitched 5 innings, scattered 5 hits, walked 3, struck out 2 in the win. Keith Gilner pitched 4 innings, 4 hits, and nothing else for the save. And on the other side, Michael Valenti won the MVP for the West, 2 for 4 and a double. But I got to say, props has to go out to Damage's outfielder for that game. Annette Cannizzaro, 2 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. And she was 100% of their offense. She scored 1 run and knocked in the other one. Somehow did not get the MVP. Don't know. Jamie Maggi also was 2 for 4. So, and John White on the winning side was 4 for 5 with 2 doubles. Had himself a big day.
Okay.
Big day across the board for Alumni Softball League in the All-Star Game. Great job. Jamie Maggi wins the Home Run Derby for the 2nd straight year. 1 home run more than Carolyn Krause, and 2 more than Kerry Schwager, as it was a finals. 3 of them in the finals. So great job, ladies. Great job, everybody in the All-Star Game. Great job to Damage 365 Promotions for taking care of the video package. That's really it, man. Got anything else to say?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? I am hungry. So, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please help control the nitwit population and have your friends spayed or neutered. On behalf of my entire staff, this is Coach Kev signing off. We'll see you next week. Enjoy Money in the Bank.